Sri Gurubhyo Namaha children, 12th standard children, we started 5th unit prose and first part got over, and today we are going to see second part of it. The lesson name is The Chair and written by, you know that Mr. Yeah. So the chair, prose lesson, The Chair by K. Rajanarayanan, and Rajanarayanan wrote in, it is in Tamil and he had been translated that into English. So you know that in the first we saw that a family in a village was not having the family in the village not having a chair, and they were having only a tri-legged stool, and special guests when they came to their home, they fall down from it, and because of that they decided to have a chair. So here they were discussion were going on, and in the whole village we found that there is no person owning a chair to show as a model, and the carpenter in that village also was not known about the chair, how to make it. It is an ordinary thing nowadays, but in olden days it was not like that. So they decided, and when these discussion were going, and the aunt Attai was telling that the neighboring wood, the person was there and he was just carpenter. Governor also had been praised him for his good job. So the governor himself had praised him. So the mother also was saying, when my mother heard my aunt's second sentence, she turned her face as if it to say, yes, yes, she's seen everything. So she also seen everything when he was praising. My father called a worker. So here we stopped at the last class here. The father sent word, one of the worker he called, and he sent word for the carpenter of the next village, and came and sat with us. Now there was discussion on the kind of wood to be used for the chair. So here they were discussing whom to be given the work, and at last Attai, that is aunt and his mother, gave a suggestion that in the neighborhood there was a carpenter and he was praised by the governor himself, and they sent word for him. The worker was sent to call and come him, and after the carpenter came, the discussion started on while he was going, they started on the wood which to be selected. And teak is the best, that's what will be light to lift and carry around and be sturdy, strong. So they decided that teak wood will be the best one. So they were talking about all kind of thing, and one first suggestion was given for the teak. Teak is the best. That's what will be light to lift and carry around to be sturdy. Okay. At the same time said our grandmother, pressing a stretched leg. Our Patti was extremely fond of her legs. She was forever stroking them. So here the tri-stool, already the tri-legged stool was there, and the grandma in the family used to sit on that, and she used to work on, and when she was sitting, she feels that that Patti, it is that tripod stool was made of pattai, that tree, and so she is suggesting that pattai will be nice and the legs all will be very strong, she is saying. At the moment, our maternal uncle, so your maternal uncle, mother's brother, Mamanar, walked in. Pedana ran and brought the stool. For a while the whole house fluttered into giggles before things settled down. So here when Mamanar came, that is, he is a brother of mother, maternal, paternal. Maternal uncle means mother side, paternal uncle means father side. In Tamil we will be calling uncles, in English we will be calling maternal uncle and paternal uncle, but in Tamil we will be calling Periyappa, Chittappa, and here mamas, all mother sides are called mamas, uncles. So here in English same only, uncle only for both, for father side paternal uncle and mother side maternal uncle. So here the mother's brother had come and he was called as Mamanar, and maybe the elder brother's father-in-law. So he is called as Mamnar. And Peddana was the elder brother. Peddana means elder Anna, Periyanna. So we will say that, brother, elder brother ran. He got married. It seems he ran and brought the stool for his uncle. For a while the whole house flooded into giggles. So already a guest was fallen that, and so many times children were fallen. So here now they were just they are not able to control their laugh. They just recollected the incident what had happened. So they were just laughing, they were giggling. House flooded into giggles, everyone were laughing, and before things settled down, then Mamanar himself had chosen, so father-in-law himself, that uncle himself had chosen a spot to sit whenever he visited our house. Chop off his head, and he'd still sit there and nowhere else. So whenever that uncle came to their house, he has a particular place to sit. So himself had chosen a spot to sit whenever he visited our house. Chop off his head. So here when somebody is laughing, he says chop off his head, and he'd still sit there and nowhere else. He'll be sitting that place only, not any other place. He would lean against a pillar adjoining the wall. So there will be a pillar, and adjoining the wall he'll be leaning, and to the south of the storeroom south side he'll be sitting. The first thing he would do as soon as he sat down was to loosen his tuffet, give it a good shake, scratch his head and tie it back tightly. He observed this ritual unfailingly. Then he would inspect the floor around him. Didn't see any money falling from your head, Anna would say with an impudent smile. So you'll be, whenever he comes, you'll be selecting a particular place, and in that particular place there will be a pillar, and we'll be just sitting, adjusting the stool, the tri-stool, and he'll be sitting. And before that he'll be loosen his shirts, his wasty and other things and all, and he'll be comfortable. And when he is little stingy, even when he bends and sits, he'll be checking all the place whether any money is left. So others also will be, this will be happening whenever he come to the house, not once or twice. Whenever he come to that place, that house, to sister's house, that will be the particular place, and these all the things he'll be doing regularly. And then he would inspect the floor around him. So around him he'll be just checking if the money is fall down or what. Then he would inspect the floor around him. Didn't see any money falling from your head. Anna would say with an impudent smile. So his sister will be commenting, Anna, nothing fallen from your pocket, like that she'll be commenting, and this will be happening all the times. This is very clear to you, children? Okay. He would always be fused with such paper arrows whenever he visited us. So he would always pierced with such paper arrows whenever he visited us. He would sit mum with a smile like a stone pillar, as if to say, you are my relatives, if you don't tease me, who will? When our ridicule overstepped the limits, Amma would pretend to chide us. The last word always ended in, you donkey. So here the sister's sons and others will be just making fun of him, and he'll be not bothered about it, because he feels that you are my relative. If you were just not making fun, who will make a fun? So that will be his mindset, and he'll be just doing. If you don't tease me, who will? So that will be running in his mind, and he'll not bother. When our ridiculer overstepped the limits, so here the ridicule, the joke or the comment is more than the mother, the sister, that uncle's sister, that is the children's mother, she'll be chiding the thing, chide us, that means she'll scold us and she'll chase us. The last word always ended in, you donkey. So here the children will be called as donkey. As soon as Mamana sat down, Amma went towards the kitchen. So when uncle sat down, Amma went to the kitchen to bring a buttermilk for him. In a while, Amma appeared in the passage. So she went to the kitchen. Appa followed her like a lamp. Now when one lamp goes, the other will be following, like that. When Amma went to kitchen, Appa also went back of Amma to get something. She went. So father also following. And in a while, Amma appeared in the passage. So while in a few minutes, she came to the passage. a silver tumbler of buttermilk seasoned with acetophorus in her hand. So where you know that always brother's love is so much. So whenever a brother comes, that's it. What she'll be doing? She'll be bringing buttermilk or nice eatable things to her brother. So now what she had bought, she had brought in a silver tumbler, she brought a buttermilk seasoned with acetophorus in her hand. You know acetophorus. So it was seasoned with acetophorus, and she brought a buttermilk to his brother in a silver tumbler, followed by Appa. So Appa also following, who unseen by her. So she had not seen her husband is following inside the kitchen and just following back again. April moments for our benefits, as if to say, a brother has come, it seems. Look at her taking buttermilk for him with so much care. The aroma of, so here what happened, she was so much care, she was taking the tumbler in her hand for her brother. And children are just finding, making a fun of her. See, when her brother comes, how she is bringing buttermilk with a seasoned one. And even that smell, aroma of that was tempted those children and the family members, and they were want to have such a thing, but it is not possible. She made only a tumbler of for her own special thing for her own brother. Buttermilk and the acetophorus made us want to drink it right away. So the smell of the buttermilk was so, the aroma was very tasty. It makes them tempt to drink, but she had not given, only for her brother. We believe that Mamanar visited us mainly to drink buttermilk. The buttermilk from our cow was that divine. Besides, we thought that our uncle was the stingiest person in the village. We firmly believed he never gave away anything to anyone. So they found that they found that the buttermilk, the curd which is taken from the milk which is taken from the cow was so divine. It was so nice, and the tasty milk, and because of that tasty milk, the curd and the buttermilk was so tasty. It's a divine one. Besides, we thought our uncle was the stingiest person. They thought that the uncle was stingiest person in the whole village, and we firmly believed he never gave away anything to anybody. So they thought that they will not give anything to anybody. He himself had gone to Kanavaram. So Kanavaram is a place where it is famous for the cow. That cow had been taken. So he himself had gone to Kanavaram to buy this famed black-tongued milk cow for his sister. My younger brother and sister doted on its calf. Whenever he came over and just before he left, he always went around the cow, gave it a pat. He was afraid his own evil eye would fall on it, and uttered words of praise even if he was thrifty with them. My little siblings always had this big fear that once the milk dried up, the cow would be taken away to his house along with the calf. So what the Mamanar, that is the uncle of the family, will be just threatening them. What the threaten? Why the children, young children are not like him? Because he only went to Kanavaram and he buy this famed black-tongued milk cow. So the milking cow which gives the milk, the divine milk, that cow had been bought and presented to his sister. And for that purpose, daily he will be coming and having a buttermilk. My younger brother and sister doted on its calf. That means they had a love. They loved the calf very much, and whenever he came over and just before he left, he always went around the cow, gave it a pat. He was afraid his own evil eye would fall on it. So here whenever he came over and just before he left, he always went around the cow, gave it a pat. So he always went around the cow and gave it a pat. He was afraid his own evil eye would fall on it, and uttered words of praise even if he was thrifty with them. My little siblings always had this big fear that once the milk dried up, the cow would be taken away to his house along with the calf. So the uncle was always threatening the children that once the milk is stopped, I will be taking both the cow and the calf. And the children and the young children in the family were attached with the calf and they loved the calf. So they got angry on him. So they were just, for fun also he will be saying, and these children were taken very serious. The anticipation of this imagined separation only increased their fondness for the calf. So when every time when he is uttering that, the fondness of the cow had been grown more. And for a calf, and their bitterness towards Mamanar. So the bitterness, the hatred started more for the uncle, and the love and fondness for the calf had grown. So here it is grown, and here also the hatred also grown much towards the children. When he relished the buttermilk, these small children punched and pinched with their very stays. So when he was drinking, the children were punched and pinched. They were looking at him. See how this fellow is drinking, like that. Their look tells. So they were punched and pinched in their look, and they were staring at him when he was having the thing he want to take, and he is drinking the buttermilk. He want to take the cow and the calf. So like that it was running in their mind, and they were looking, staring at him when he was drinking the buttermilk. Mamanar showed interest in the debate about the chair. He let it be known that he too would like one to be made for him. We too were glad to have a partner in this enterprise. So they started talking about and sharing the ideas to the Mamanar, the uncle, that they are going to buy a chair. They are going to order a chair. They are going to make the carpenter to do a chair. So he is also very much interested in the debate, and he also joined. This tree trunk will be nice, this root will be nice, and this kind of tree will be nice, like that. There was a discussion going on, and he also interested in that. And not only that, he is also interested to get one chair. So they planned to make 2 chairs. Mamanar said that the neem tree, so what Mamanar was saying, the neem tree was the best. It would keep the body cool and keep off piles. So he suggested that a neem tree will be nice, and it will be keeping the body cool, and it will be good for the piles. So he was telling. And when he expounded on the neem tree, Appa looked at him with a round eye, astonished. Only the day before, Appa had been talking to the farm and boat. So here Appa was, his eyes were wide open when uncle was saying that, suggesting that the neem tree will be nice, because in their farm they had a big neem tree. His father, that is his father, one suggested to cut the tree, and that will be helpful to make a chair. So his eyes just gone open. So till this it is very clear, children. Okay. Cutting down an ancient diamond odd neem tree in our castle pasture and laying it out to dry, Pedana said, making it out of purism would be really good. It's a fine grained wood without knots, and glossy and strong too. So now the father-in-law, that is the uncle, said that a neem tree will be good, and father also having one in the farm, is ancient one and diamond hard neem tree, and in our castle pasture, and laying it out to dry. So cutting, and it is laid for the dry, so it will be useful, he was thinking. And Pedana suggested, the big brother, the elder son of the family, suggested making it out of a purism. Purism is a tree, and from that wood would be really good. It's a fine grained wood without knot and glossy and strong hold. So he suggested that purism wood will be nice. It will not have any knots and all, and it will be glossy, very smooth and nice. So and strong too. So he is still suggesting the tree. And now our elder sister said, all these are light colored woods. So the sister of the family, the Pedana sister, she was suggesting, our elder sister said, all these are light colored woods. They are light colored woods. You ugly to look at after a while. So when you do a chair with that, after some time it will be looking ugly, because it's all light colors. And we will begin to even detest them. I am saying it will be best to make it the color of ripe sugarcane. So she suggested a color, a ripe sugarcane or dark like sesame oil cake. So she felt that the dark color chair, that is brown color, dark color chair will be nice, and she gives the thing. One is sugarcane or dark like sesame oil cake. You know that black sugar cane is there, and it will be a nice color, it will be a nice color, or a sesame oil cake. What is sesame oil cake? In Tamil we will say punnak. So that will be nice. So that color will be nice. Sesame means yellow. So yellow punak, that will be in brown in color. So she is talking that some dark brown color. But it is your wish. So she suggested that the chair must be in dark color. She doesn't tell anything about the hood and all. She said that this all will be light in color, and if you take in the dark color like semen, oil cake and the sugarcane color, it will be nice, she was saying. But it's your wish. I suggested the color, but it is your wish. The vision of highly comfortable chair in black wood with a mirror like gleam, with perfectly shaped front legs and curved back legs yawning languorously to match the recline of the chair, flashed before her eyes. Immediately when she was saying about the sesame, that oil seeds, then she feels oil cake and that color, dark color, immediately they got an imagination of such a dark brown color, black wood with a mirror like gleam. So it was glittering. If you bend and see your face, you can see. And their vision of highly comfortable chair. So they, you know that like a easy chair it will be, and you can lie down and you can yawn and sleep, and like that they imagine. And in a black wood with a mirror like gleam, with perfectly shaped front legs and carved back legs. So front legs and back legs are carved, the thing, and front leg and back legs are curved, yawning languorously to match the recline of the chair, flashed before our eyes. So you can see the two chairs, how decorative it is. So one for them and one for their uncle. Okay, so this they got an imagination, and the same they got. Everyone felt that she was right. So after everyone come to a conclusion and they got a vision and imagination of the chair, and they decided to have like that. So everyone felt that she was right. So it was arranged for two chairs to be made immediately, one for us and the other for Mamanar. So they decided to have a two chair, one for them and one for their uncle. So the same similar chairs, and they decided the same carpenter, and they will be doing no changes in anything. Both are of same size, same thing, and they have decided one for them and one for his uncle. When the two chairs arrived, we didn't know which one to keep and which one to send to Mamanar. If you looked one, you didn't need to see the other. They were like Rama and Lakshmanan. We kept one and sent the other to Mamanar. We had a doubt, had we sent the better one to him. So they got two things and two chairs, and in that two chairs, they found that the two chairs were of same size, similar color, and by just hiding one, if they see the same they were. And one they sent, after sending one to his uncle, they felt whether they sent the best one. Children, we will keep a stop here. This is the second part, and we will continue in the third part, children.